D.C. Stick around later for Jimmy Fallon as Kate Beckinsale drops by tonight.
We've been tracking it for days. The severe weather is here already. A thunderstorm warning getting into Brunswick and Sheraton County. I'm tracking it through mid-Missouri.
Found encased in concrete 2 years later, Carl DeBrody's guardian says she's losing patience for justice.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
Here's what's happening right now. Flashes of lightning light up the dark sky near Kansas City tonight. This is video from our sister station KSHB just minutes ago. And these storms are heading our way, bringing with them the chance for hail and damaging winds. Good evening, everyone. I'm Emily Spain.
And I'm Jim Rick. Thanks for joining us. Let's send it over to Kenton right now for a check to see what's heading our way. Kenton?
All right, guys, here's a look at live.the-rate first alert radar. Here is a cold front, and everything is popping up right along this cold front over to our west, as expected. The timing with this is pretty good here, and you can see there's a line of severe thunderstorms getting through Kansas, just into Missouri, and also in here that's just getting into Brunswick and Sheraton County, and there is hail associated with this getting close to Brunswick right now, too, and that's about quarter-size hail, 1-inch size hail. Also could have 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts associated with that, too, which is right on the line of severe capability there. So there is a severe thunderstorm up there, but I want to get a track on this right now, and we're not only watching, I'm just going to go back to this because I want to show you we're not only watching that, but we're watching some storms down from the south as well, from the Springfield area. So 2 waves of storms that are rolling in. You can see that right here. So as they continue to move through here, you can see by 11 p.m. getting closer to about Moberly, while this storm system gets closer to Cole County, and then as it moves through midnight, if you're wondering, in Boone County, even into Audrain, pretty much all of us by midnight, based on both of these moving together, we all have chances for these storms by midnight. That's the time period here, especially into 1 a.m. And you can see some of these certainly heavy downpours. We're also watching for the chances for hail, large hail. We've already been seeing that with a lot of these storms as a history of quarter-size hail, and also strong winds up to 60 miles per hour as well. I still can't completely rule out a tornado, but there is certainly a very minimal chance that we would see that, but it cannot completely rule it out. And we do have watches in effect right now for our northwestern viewing area, but I do think those could be extended, assuming that the atmosphere stays primed for severe weather. And usually as the night goes on, our atmosphere likes to weaken a little bit. So we'll keep you updated with this. I have full details on this, plus the full forecast for Easter weekend coming up.
Okay, Kenton, thank you very much. The man who allegedly trespassed at Gentry Middle School last week says he goes to schools to, quote, bless them. Police arrested 53-year-old Kelvin Joe after school officials found him on the grounds of another middle school yesterday. KOMU 8's Ariel Cadet is in the studio to give us more information about this man.
I talked to parents at Gentry Middle School today who say they're happy police made an arrest, but they question why police didn't arrest Joe after the first school incident last week. Just last week, police say Calvin Joe approached a student in the parking lot at Gentry Middle School. After the incident, police issued Joe a trespass warning. Joe told the KOMU reporter he was sorry for what happened and that he meant no harm.
Accept my apology. I'm doing this public because I want everybody to know that is not me. I'm not no creep. I'm not no, that's a piece of junk. I just want to tell you I'm sorry. And tell him I didn't mean no harm.
But this week, police caught Joe again at West Middle School and arrested him for trespassing. The officer who arrested Joe says he told her he had been to all of the schools and, quote, went to the schools to bless them. Parents say they never heard of anything like this.
We have 4 kids now that have gone through the school system. This is really the first year where anything weird like that's happened.
Other Gentry parents question why police didn't arrest Joe after last week's incident. Police spokesman says there wasn't a no trespassing sign at the school at the time. There is one there now. Joe is currently in Boone County Jail, and his bond is set at $10,000. As a part of his bond, he cannot go on any Columbia Public School campuses. There is no set date for when he will appear in court. In the studio, I'm Ariel Cadet, KOMU 8 News.
An animal shelter with more than 50 dogs and 30 cats. While this might not seem like many to some, the problem is why some say there are so many.
At 6, we told you about complaints and state investigations into the Callaway Hills Animal Shelter in part 2 of a Target 8 investigation. KOMU 8's Alex Arger talked to 2 women who want to adopt. One of the 2 has very emotional circumstances. She wants her dog back.
After my first story aired about Callaway Hills in February, I started getting a ton of Facebook messages from people who tried to adopt and were turned down. Their messages made me want to look deeper, and I found many people with the same story. The shelter's owner says it's trying to do its best for its dogs, but some who have volunteered or tried to adopt disagree.
Good girl, Abby.
Erin Van Loo spends all day, every day, around dogs. She has been a groomer for 21 years. Plus, she has 8 dogs of her own.
Hey, this is what a dog should have, a couch.
She tried adopting this dog, Peyton, from Callaway Hills Animal Shelter in 2017, but she was turned away. And where is Peyton now?
He's still living there. I had all the qualifications that I needed, I felt, but they just don't want to give him up. And, you know, they could have great homes, and they just don't want to turn them loose for some reason, and we don't know why.
A former volunteer says the shelter's in-depth application process is almost impossible to pass. Sandy Hempy used to go through the applications, and when she felt a home would be a good fit, she claims she turned the application over to the owner, Tony Weldon.
She would let me know if they were approved or not.
So she had like the final say?
Yes,
okay.
She had the only say.
Hempy claims applications were turned down over and over again, sometimes for no reason at all. When I previously interviewed Weldon, she said denying an application is never personal, and it's often because the living situation isn't right for the dog.
I'll admit, applications have fallen through the cracks. We've lost a few good homes. We're not perfect. There's very few of us here, but we make mistakes, we do the best we can, but we don't strive to not adopt animals out.
One animal living at Callaway Hills is Jack.
Jack is a good friend to me.
Lisa Reber was Jack's owner. In 2016, she was going through a divorce and thought it would be best for Jack to put him in a new home. She took him to Callaway Hills and almost immediately regretted it.
So I filled out an application and I waited, and they never called me, so I kept calling them. And they never returned my calls. They refused to talk to me.
After a year of this empty cage, Reber said she needed Jack home again, so she went to Callaway Hills on Christmas Eve, 2017. She said it was cold, and Jack was shivering.
So I went to his cage, and the cage was unlocked. So I took him, and I took him home. And, well, they called the police, and I was arrested.
She was charged with stealing an animal, a Class D felony. Reber wasn't allowed back at the shelter for a year after the arrest, and she hasn't seen Jack since. But she decided the day of my interview with her, she was going to go back to Callaway Hills for the first time since Christmas Eve, 2017.
Let's go get Jack and bring him home.
After an employee let Reber into the locked gates, she said Reber wasn't allowed to see Jack because the shelter is now open by appointment only. But Reber walked to Jack's cage anyway and petted him for the first time in a year and 4 months.
I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna get you out one way or the other, baby.
The employee asked Reber to leave, and after continuously being told she couldn't make an appointment to see Jack, Reber left the shelter without him.
I hope you can hang on, because I've never given up. I've never given up, and now I'm gonna fight like hell.
Reber says this is the first step in a new battle to get Jack back. More than 200 people have liked a Facebook page called Bring Jack Home, which shares Reber's story. The Callaway Hills employee told Reber she needed to leave partly because of this page, but Reber claims she didn't know it existed. I reached out to Callaway Hills Animal Shelter multiple times for its side of the story, but have not heard back. For more on the complaints, inspections, and experiences with Callaway Hills Animal Shelter, visit our website, KOMU.com. In the studio, Alex Arger, KOMU 8 News.
Alex, thank you very much. We have an update from the Columbia Regional Airport. It has nothing to do with a bumpy runway. American Airlines confirms it will soon offer more flights to and from Chicago. KOMU 8's Jacob Caviani is live at the airport with passenger reaction.
Yeah, Jim, and right now American has 2 flights a day from Columbia to Chicago, but starting on Friday, May 3rd, American says it will have 4 flights a day from here to the Windy City. American says it's adding these flights because of strong performance on the route, and today I spoke with a passenger who was arriving on a flight from Chicago, and she says having these additional options will be good for passengers.
So it's more options, time-wise, better connection maybe. Rather than waiting long for the connection, it's just more options. Makes it more convenient.
And of course, American, not the only airline to fly from here to Chicago. United does as well with 3 flights a day. Now, if you'd like to see when these American flights are going to be leaving from Columbia and Chicago, these new flights, we have those times for you tonight on our website, KOMU.com. reporting live tonight at the Columbia Regional Airport. Jacob Cabbiani, KOMU 8 News.
It's been 2 years since Carl DeBrody was reported missing. Parties have settled a civil lawsuit. Prosecutors have charged 5 people, but criminal court proceedings are now at a standstill. KOMU 8's Nikki Ogle is here in the studio with a closer look at this case 2 years on.
People took to the Justice for Carl Facebook page today to express their frustration for a lack of progress in this case. One man posted this: I bet that if this was someone of means and power, the people responsible would be on death row as we speak.
Yeah, that day was unreal.
Mary Martin remembers the day she learned the man she thought of as her son was missing.
It was a very stressful day.
Fulton Police Chief Steve Myers uses the same word to describe that day.
Anytime you've got somebody, especially a child, and basically that's what Carl was, missing, why it's certainly stressful, not only for myself and my officers, but also the community.
7 days after he was first reported missing, Carl DeBrody's body was found encased in concrete at a storage unit in Fulton.
Always, I think, will be a bewilderment as to the fact that this could have happened in the first place when he was in care.
Martin says the hardest times are at night when she lies in bed and thinks of the cruelty DeBrody endured.
Do you know how long he suffered?
Myers says this case will stick with him.
I probably worked 4 or 5 cases that were really grisly cases, and this certainly is going to be one of them I'll never forget, certainly.
Martin wants those responsible to pay the price.
I think that they all should go to jail and feel the pain.
Martin says federal investigators are holding up the trials, but Meyer told me he thinks prosecutors will indict several more people by this time next year, including possible federal charges. In the meantime, Martin is trying to keep DeBrody's name alive with a foundation. For that information, go to our website, KOMU.com. In the studio, I'm Nikki Ogle, KOMU 8 News.
All right, another look at our weather here. You can see we still have this cold front up to our north with a severe thunderstorm warning getting into Brunswick at this point. And if we zoom in a little bit closer to that, you can see right where this hail is here, just north of Brunswick actually is where that hair core is, getting closer to Muscle Fork at this point. And if we zoom out, we're also tracking another kind of batch of storms, I guess not necessarily a line, but that's right now just south of our area, getting into Camden County right now. And this is also going to be moving in. So both of them are coming in. And remember, midnight, 1 a.m. is the prime time for our central viewing area. I'll have another look at that right after the break. But first, your flight forecast for a day tomorrow. No delays are expected here, actually, with temperatures mainly in the 60s, around 71 degrees there in Dallas. Your full forecast is right after the break.
Coming up tomorrow on KOMU 8 News Today.
It's a milk depot for the youngest among us. A look at this newest donation center.
Plus, one Columbia downtown business is unearthing history a half-century in the making.
If there's late-breaking news, we'll have it at the Right Now desk.
And I'll have a look at some late morning showers that can still impact us for Thursday morning.
Great days begin with great mornings. KOMU 8 News Today. Coverage you can count on. It's not over yet. The Ram 1500 has built to haul the big loads. And now you can get a Ram 1500 crew cab for only $29,987. Don't need a truck? Then take a turn in a Jeep. Right now, a new Jeep Renegade is only $15,999. Don't miss these great deals and more. All roads lead to Joe Mockin's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and JoeMockinsCDJR.com.
If you're in the market for a new mattress, Denver Mattress is the place to go. Shop our factory direct mattresses and get the same quality as name brands for up to 50% less. And during the Super Spring Mattress Sale, get the Aspen 2.0 or Doctor's Choice Plush or Firm for only $569.99. Check out the Summit Queen, only $189.99. Or get a free $300 Furniture Row gift certificate with any Tempur-Pedic. Plus 48 months, no interest. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
At Columbia Honda, we recognize how powerful incredible customer service can be. Yes, it's little things. A friendly smile, prompt answers, snacks, and a comfy chair. It's things that are just, well, common sense, respect, honesty, and a huge selection of awesome cars. But we know that all those little things, the obvious things, and the revolutionary things, help you do the amazing things. Welcome to a car buying revolution. Genuine kindness. Columbia Honda.
The 2019 Ford Escape was built for the Midwest, with everything you want built right in. Want your choice of powerful and efficient EcoBoost engines? You got it. Want capability like towing or intelligent four-wheel drive? Sure thing. What about smart features for added convenience and connectivity? All in there. Get a Ford Escape at up to 20% below MSRP. That's up to $4,900 in total savings. Only at your quality Ford dealers.
2 mid-Missouri locations. Thousands of vehicles at your fingertips. All in one place. JoeMuckinSport.com. 7 days a week on the lot or online. Browse our entire inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles. Get pre-approved for a loan or lease. Receive an appraisal for your trade-in on any device. At any time. Thousands to pick with just one click. JoeMuckinSport.com.
Never be surprised by the weather. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by Central Bank of Boone County.
Welcome back to KMU8 News at 10 o'clock. Here is another live look at satellite and radar. You can see this large storm system. It's not just affecting us here in Missouri, actually. It's all going all the way down, not only into Texas, it's going down into Mexico as well. But you can see we have this entire block of severe thunderstorm watches in effect from Oklahoma getting into northern Missouri. And then we have some severe thunderstorm warnings within that line as well. Now, for us here in mid-Missouri, we're watching two things. We're watching this line along a cold front. We're also watching this batch of cluster storms that are rolling in from the south as well. So two things that are actually going to meet up eventually as the night goes on. Right now, we have the severe thunderstorm warning over just in the Brunswick area, but really most of the actual hail with that looks to be to the north of Brunswick. So that's some good news, at least for folks in Brunswick, but not for folks that are north of it, I guess. We're looking at 1-inch hail, quarter-size hail with that storm system. Otherwise, down here to the south, we also have a little bit of hail potential with this storm system, but all of that is south of Interstate 44. We already have storms rolling into Camden County. It's going to get into Miller County here very quickly, actually. And if I put the hail scope on this, you can see why that is a severe thunderstorm warning, because it also has 1-inch hail associated with it also. So here is midnight. These storms starting to get closer in. This is a brand new update of these storms here as we continue to track this. So this getting closer to Moberly by midnight. This getting closer to Jefferson City. The storms from the south closer to Jefferson City, speeding up a little bit than previous runs. And this is going to continue, of course, to move in, and it's all going to mix together, kind of hit each other and mix together as we head towards 1 a.m. All of us have the chance for storms midnight to 1 a.m. That's that time period that we're watching for. And again, we're looking at the potential for large hail with some of these storms and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Also, those are the main threats here. And then also lightning, don't forget about that. And then also heavy downpours at a few points, too. Now, by 4 a.m., I expect these still to be strong, but I don't think they're going to be severe anymore. I think by 4 a.m., our atmosphere is going to be dying down a bit more. We're going to be at least along the cold front still, but a little bit behind it. Cooler air is going to mix in. Basically a weaker atmosphere is what I'm expecting. So still some strong storms, heavy downpours, going to have lightning potentially with this still, but it's not necessarily going to be severe anymore by that point. It will push out of here as we head closer to 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and then we're dealing with mostly cloudy skies for the rest of our day. For tonight, though, we are, as these storms moving in a storm mode 2 from a 0 to 5 scale on our storm mode index because of 60-mile-per-hour wind potential and 1-inch hail potential as well. Slight chance we could have some localized flooding, too, thanks to those heavy downpours. Basically, if the water doesn't have enough time to rush off into to ditches and things like that, into culverts, then we could have some puddling going on. So something else to watch out for. Otherwise, let's take a look here at our weathercast here hour by hour. Here's 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. As these are all rolling out, still storms down to our south. And then this storm complex is actually going to push through the south tomorrow. It's going to give more severe thunderstorms, even tornadoes for our friends down in the south, too. So it's something they're watching for. But we are going to be just mostly cloudy with chances for sunshine by the end of our Thursday. On Friday, the clouds will continue to push out, and we are going to be mostly sunny by the afternoon there, with rain still possible here south of Interstate 44 on Friday, but not for us in mid-Missouri. On Saturday here, as we head into Easter weekend, a lot of sunshine for the Midwest and the South, but as you head over towards the east, they're dealing with rain. So are parts of the Rocky Mountains. On Easter Sunday, we're going to start off with sunshine, but I think a low-pressure system is going to be pushing in through the Plain States, and that's going to give us increasing clouds throughout the day on Sunday, so more clouds as we end Sunday. And then as we head into Monday for a new work and school week, that's when we have good chances for some rain to be rolling in along another cold front. Otherwise, overnight tonight, temperatures are cooling just to around 50 degrees for our low. We're looking at northwest winds about 10 to 20 miles per hour, but more than that, of course, as we have the thunderstorms rolling through. Then 60 degrees for the high temperature tomorrow with gusts around 30 miles per hour. And then we are going to continue to slowly warm up into Easter weekend. 72 on Saturday, 76 on Sunday. Rain for the new work and school week starting off on Monday.
Kenton, thank you very much. An update on the 18-year-old student infatuated with the Columbine shooting. A Denver manhunt comes to an end.
But first, here are your lottery numbers. Good luck.
It takes a Titan to take the road less traveled. It takes a Titan to make towing look easy. It takes a Titan from Joe Mockins Nissan. While they last, get an in-stock 2018 Nissan Titan with up to $13,500 in total savings. Designed, engineered, and powered in America. All backed by America's best truck warranty. Or choose a Nissan Rogue loaded with safety features and save up to $4,000. All roads lead to Joe Mockins Nissan. Anytime at JoeMockinsNissan.com.
When you think about what matters most, you don't think about things. You think about people. And so do we.
At First State Community Bank, we're not interested in being the biggest bank around. We're interested in bringing together the best people. Because we know the difference it makes for you to feel good about working with someone and to know they have your back. Success means something different to everyone. Let us help you achieve yours. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
We switched.
I switched to Chevy.
I switched to Chevy.
We switched to Chevy.
I switched from a Ram to a Chevy.
See why people are switching to Chevy.
We love our Chevy. Why do we switch? Just look at it.
Switch into a new Chevy today. Current competitive owners get 20% below MSRP on most Equinox models when financing with GM Financial. That's over $8,000 on this Equinox.
Ooh, I can't wait to see the Eiffel Tower.
Oui, mademoiselle.
So how's the car working for you?
Great. I'm having escargot when we get there.
You know, those are snails, right?
Save big on new vehicles during the Spring Sales event at Capital Chrysler.
What did he mean by when we get there?
Capital Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Go with the guys you know. Capital Chrysler does not recommend beret wearing for most men. See dealer for details.
This week, you can love where you live with big spring savings at Missouri Furniture, Mattresses, and Appliances. Save to 40% with $100 off every $9.99 you spend. Plus, up to 36 months special financing. Don't compromise. Customize with custom order sofas starting at $6.99. Save on appliance hot buys from the best brands with the guaranteed best price. See our wide selection of outdoor furniture. Big spring savings to 40% at all Missouri Furniture locations. Better quality, best price guaranteed.
It's the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event at Joe Mockins Volkswagen of Columbia. You can drive away in a model tailored to your needs for practically just your signature, like this 2019 Jetta, starting at $17,995. Or save $6,000 on all 2019 Passat models. With 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due at signing. And the People First warranty. Test drive one now and learn why all roads lead to Joe Mockins Volkswagen of Columbia.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Opioid abuse contributes to 1 in 65 deaths in Missouri, and a new website aims to collect stories of abuse and loss. Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmidt is encouraging people to share their real-life stories about how opioids have affected their lives. Schmidt announced the Real Opioid Pain campaign in a news conference yesterday. Schmidt says he will use the input gathered in a lawsuit against 3 major drug companies. He says he believes Missouri is leading the fight against the opioid crisis by encouraging those who have suffered to come forward.
And this is not a, 1 or a 2-day effort. This is a concerted effort by our office to hear from Missourians and how opioids have affected them, how it's affected their families and their friends and their neighbors. We know those stories across the state are real.
Schmidt says the website realopioidpain.com has already received a large response. The case is set for January 2021.
Denver schools are no longer on high alert. Yesterday, the FBI warned schools of a credible threat after a woman obsessed with a Columbine shooting traveled to Colorado with a gun and ammunition. The manhunt for 18-year-old Saul Pius ended today. She was found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Investigators say she wrote disturbing blogs about suicide weapons and planning for, quote, the day.
And Battle's baseball team finds themselves in one on Military Appreciation Night. Sports is next.
It's not over yet. The Ram 1500 has built to haul the big loads. And now you can get a Ram 1500 crew cab for only $29,987. Don't need a truck? Then take a turn in a Jeep. Right now, a new Jeep Renegade is only $15,999. Don't miss these great deals and more. All roads lead to Joe Mockins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and JoeMockinsCDJR.com.
At Central Bank, buying a new home can be as easy as it is exciting. That's because we make all of our lending decisions locally, so you're ready to make an offer faster. Whether it's a fixer-upper, new construction, or refinance, we guide you every step of the way. So when you find the perfect home, we're ready with the perfect loan. Visit any of our convenient locations today or apply online at centralbankmortgage.net. Central Bank. Strong roots. Endless possibilities.
The sun is shining, birds are chirping, and our Silverado and Sierra season just went from good to great. The all-new 2019 redesigned Chevy Silverado is hot, and you can get up to 25% below MSRP. The all-new GMC Sierra Denali truck with over $14,800 in total value savings at Bob McCosh. Find new roads to #1 business loop, Columbia. Chevrolet makes the truck, Bob McCosh makes the difference.
At Menards, nobody beats our prices, so you can save big money on updating your home. During our big Spring Ahead event, you'll save on our top appliance brands. Receive up to $500 when you purchase select Whirlpool and Maytag brand appliances. Get professional, quality results with each cut with this powerful 10-inch Bosch table saw. It's on sale for $499. Plus, a Menards gift card is perfect for Mother's Day.
Save big money at Menards.
Customer service, to me, it's having a customer leave feeling like they had the greatest experience that they could ever have at an automobile dealership.
It's making sure they're being taken care of in service. We wanted those people to know that they can come and see us for anything. If they have questions, we're here for them.
And whatever I expect my family to get if they were walking into a dealership or a business, same experience I want all our customers to have.
We want to establish here at the dealership not just short-term relationships, but long-term relationships.
I would take a lot of pride if I hear that people are saying, man, these guys do the right thing.
Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU8 Sports.
Hi, everyone. The Battle Spartans have a new head football coach. Former Missouri Tiger and NFL defensive lineman Atia Ellison takes over at Battle. He has been an assistant coach at the school. He replaces Justin Conyers, who left Battle to become head coach at Hallsville High. For now, it's baseball season, and at Battle tonight, Military Appreciation Day for the contest between the Spartans and Fulton Hornets. First inning, Dart Good singles up the middle to get the Spartans on the board. But in the top of the fifth inning, the ball game is tied at 3, and Joe Hinchy singles into left. That drives home 2, and the Fulton Hornets had taken their first lead of the ball game. And in the next inning, the Hornets would not let up. Jake Moore batting for the visitors. He brings in John Holtkamp, and then an error on the throw home allows another Fulton run to score. A lot of dust on home plate as a lot of Fulton Hornets were stepping on the dish. Umpire had to clean that off. Sixth inning, Woodrow Foster base hit. Back up the middle to drive home 2 more. Fulton had a 7-run inning, and the Hornets buzzed their way past Battle 12-5. Over at Rockbridge, the Bruins and the Helias Crusaders. Bruins had won 8 of their last 9 ball games, and their bats didn't take long to heat up. First inning, Parker Wright, deep to left and gone. A 3-run homer, the Bruins up 3-0, and they would not slow down. Second inning, Will Norris batting for Rockbridge, and he goes the opposite way down the right field line. That would drive home 2. Rockbridge rolling with a 7-1 lead through 2 innings of play. Then the fourth, the Bruins still at it. Spencer Nivens with runners on the corners drives one deep to right center. It's nearly another home run. Nivens would have to settle for a 2-run triple, and the Bruins cruise in 5 innings over Elias 13-2. Rockbridge now 16-5. The Cardinals played this afternoon in Milwaukee, looking to avoid a 3-game sweep by the Brewers. The Redbirds sent Michael Wacha to the bump against the Brewers, and he had a good outing today and a good start, striking out Ben Gamel in the first inning. On to the second now. Birds batting, and the red-hot Marcell Ozuna launches one to left, and that one leaves the ballpark. Ozuna's 4th consecutive game with a homer. Cards up 1-0. Still in the second, the veteran catcher Matt Wieters base hit into right. Dexter Fowler heads home. Cardinals on top 2-0. And they weren't nearly done yet. On to the 4th frame. Matt Carpenter batting from the left side. And he hits one deep to right. That is gone. Carpenter's 3rd of the year. Cards win 6-3. Next up, the New York Mets visit the Cards at Busch Stadium. Royals on the road looking to avoid a series sweep against the White Sox in Chicago. Brad Keller on the hill for KC, off to a great start. Now the White Sox hitless through 3 innings. But then in the 4th, Tim Anderson hammers one to left. 4th home run of the year. White Sox up 2-0 on the 2-run blast by Anderson. Next inning, though, Royals have the bases loaded, and Alex Gordon would get the runs back. He hits one up the middle. Chris Owings scores. Martin Maldonado around as well. The Royals tied the ball game at 2. It went to extra innings, tied at 3. And in the top of the 10th, Hunter Dozier batting for KC against Nate Jones, and this is a solo homer to left. That's the difference, the winning run right there. Royals avoid a sweep, beating the White Sox 4-3. They visit New York to play the Yankees this weekend. And that's sports.
It's the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. Save big on hundreds of refreshing new room groups, perfect for living, dining, bedroom, and more. Plus, 48 months, no interest. Hurry, the home makeover sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
The 2019 Ford Escape was built for the Midwest, with everything you want built right in. Want your choice of powerful and efficient EcoBoost engines? You got it. Want capability like towing or intelligent 4-wheel drive? Sure thing. What about smart features for added convenience and connectivity? All in there. Get a Ford Escape at up to 20% below MSRP. That's up to $4,900 in total savings. Only at your quality Ford dealers.
It's the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. Save big on hundreds of refreshing new room groups, perfect for living, dining, bedroom, and more. Plus, 48 months, no interest. Hurry, the home makeover sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
The KOMU8 iPhone and Android News app is brought to you by State Tech. Download in the App Store or Google Play.
When you are facing a divorce, your case can be personal and sensitive in nature.
The family law team at Carson & Coyle knows the importance of good communication, and we care about our clients.
Whether securing significant assets or protecting your children's best interests, our attorneys handle all aspects of family law.
Our expertise can help settle your case or take it to trial.
For over 50 years, we have built our reputation here in mid-Missouri with offices in Jefferson City and Columbia to better serve you. At Carson & Coyle, we are dedicated to protecting your legal rights.
2 mid-Missouri locations. Thousands of vehicles at your fingertips. All in one place. JoeMockensport.com. 7 days a week on the lot or online. Browse our entire inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles. Get pre-approved for a loan or lease. Receive an appraisal for your trade-in on any device. At any time. Thousands to pick with just one click. JoeMockensport.com.
Welcome back. Here's another look at live.3 First Alert Radar. Again, we're tracking this line from the northwest and then also that cluster of storms down to the south. And likely that cluster of storms from the south might actually get through before that line does to the northwest. And basically that just means it's going to weaken the atmosphere before that line actually gets here. But we do still have a severe thunderstorm warning for Sheraton County, and that's with quarter-sized hail. Another track of this hour by hour. I think even by 11 p.m. tonight, that southern system could be close to Jefferson City a little earlier. And all of us between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. will be seeing these storms roll through. They should weaken a bit as we head towards 4 a.m., but we could all still see a bit of hail, up to quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Those are our main threats.
This is our first springtime kind of severe weather threat.
It is.
Yeah.
We'll keep you updated.
That is our time for now. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great night.
On air, online.